What a contrast between these two clubs. Allardyce given 24 games in charge, while Sir Alex Ferguson's been given 21 years. Alan Smith and Ryan Giggs leading out the clubs. There's Chris Mort, the Newcastle chairman. Of course, the festive fixtures bringing Newcastle a miserly return of just 1 point out of a possible 12. And the frustrations have really only grown after that lacklustre draw in the FA Cup at Stoke. The question, of course, will take over. Harry Redknapp confirming this morning he was made what he's described as a fantastic offer, but he has decided to stay put at Portsmouth. And in the meantime, it'll be Nigel Pearson who's in the hot seat today. There's no doubt Manchester United have a battle on to retain their Premier League crown this year. Quite a duel with Arsenal over the holiday period as the pendulum has swung one way then the other. And indeed, after today's result at the Emirates Stadium, Manchester United with a chance to go back to the top of the table. There's Nigel Pearson, who's been entrusted with the reins of the Geordie club today, and a significant following they have here as well. One thing that Newcastle United have never failed to have is high quality and high numbers of support. Another sellout at Old Trafford, 76,000 or so. Well, 3 changes for Man United today. Potential Newcastle target, Wes Brown suspended, so John O'Shea comes in. Rooney and Tevez restored up front. Tevez fit despite a slight ankle injury against Birmingham the other week. No Owen Hargreaves, he picked up a rib injury in training. So with Gary Neville still a long way short of full fitness, it's O'Shea filling in at right back today. And of course, how Newcastle cope with the attacking force of this side could well be the key. Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez and Giggs with 41 goals in all competitions between them this season. Circumstances for the away side haven't been made easier by the fact that Bay, Faye, Jeremy and Martins are all away at the African Cup of Nations. More positively, Stephen Carr's back after a full run out for the reserves in midweek, and James Milner's available again after missing the cup tie with Stoke through illness. The third change sees the return of Claudio Cassapa to the centre of the Newcastle defence. Carr on the right today. It's his first appearance in 6 weeks after a hamstring injury. And indeed more of a 4-5-1 shape for the side today. Milner and Duff out wide, and Michael Owen, the lone striker, through the middle. It's a match that really does showcase just how different the approach at the top can be for the big clubs. Manchester United, current champions with the longest serving manager in the league. Newcastle United, finding success elusive and in search of a new boss once again.
Don't forget, Sir Alex Ferguson had his moment of doubt in '89. I think I remember going up there and beating them and putting his job on the line. But it shows you, given support, given the chance to see things through, you can get results. And just look what happened.
Yes, perhaps a pivotal point for him was a goal late on in a cup tie against Oxford. Tough enough to come to Old Trafford any time. But Newcastle coming here with no manager, no form, no win here for 36 years. And arguably nothing to lose for Nigel Pearson, who's in temporary charge today. Ronaldo combining with John O'Shea. O'Shea bustling his way past Jose Enrique, but unfairly.
Don't think O'Shea can have too many complaints, as much as he wants to smile and try and do a number on the referee. Look, the hands right in the back. There's no chance that's anything but a foul.
Absolutely no problem with the atmosphere today.
Might have a problem with the pitch. Does look a little bit skinny and a bit damp in places. Unusual to say that about Old Trafford.
Special day for Stephen Carr, his 300th league appearance of his career. 226 with Tottenham. This makes 74 with Newcastle.
Interesting to see how Stephen Carr performs today, reintroduced into the side. I'm sure the fans have taken to him in St James's Park, so under a new regime he has a chance to re-impress.
Michael Owen, lone striker, up against the best defence in the Barclays Premier League, and here comes Wayne Rooney. Early chance, early miss.
I think he's now rewinding the fact that he had the opportunity to take the strike early. What a pass this is. Lovely little flick from Tevez. The first time pass, great touch. There's the strike. He delays it, and with it goes the opportunity. Does it take a little nick on the way over? Replay might show. No, all Rooney's.
Manchester United haven't lost with Wayne Rooney in the team this season. Certainly Newcastle's fairly ragged defence of late is going to be severely tested today.
I mean, that is the problem now as Newcastle look to rebuild. 4 players absent for the Cup of Nations and 4 players in vital positions at front and back.
Anderson on to Tevez. It's Jose Enrique. Appeals from Ronaldo for use of the arm. Johnson Sophia playing slightly inside as part of a central midfield 3 for Newcastle today. That's just out. Cristiano Ronaldo on target last weekend, coming into this weekend, the Barclays Premier League's top scorer with 13. And just to highlight his consistency this season, since mid-September, he's never gone 2 games without a goal.
Everybody looks at Rooney, Tevez, Ronaldo, but I think from my perspective as a defender, I am so impressed with Manchester's back line. What is it, nearly 3 hours between goals in terms of conceding? That's a stunning piece of defending.
Nigel Pearson in charge of Newcastle today did upset Manchester United back in 1991, and he was part of Sheffield Wednesday's team in the League Cup final, the Rumbelows Cup as it was then. So Big Ron Atkinson was the man in charge of Sheffield Wednesday against his old club. John Sheridan, the scorer. I understand that Mike Ashley is away at the moment. Chris Mort there, the chairman of Newcastle. I'm sure their phone lines have been red hot in the last few days. Bit of a stretch for O'Shea.
Yeah, a little bit of complacency in United's back line there. We don't need to see too much of that. Even with Owen up on his own, he's got enough about him to pounce on things like that.
A couple of players starting to come back for Newcastle, and that will certainly give them a bit of a lift. Damien Duff was a game against Hartlepool a few weeks ago. Indeed, he scored in that game after 7 months out with a foot injury. Ronaldo, and those golden boots from him. Look at them streaming forward. Rooney.
I think for Rooney there is he's got options. The strike isn't what we're used to seeing, something that tests the goalkeeper dramatically. Little pass to Tevez is on. It's middle of goals. You expect better from Wayne Rooney.
Carrick. Ferdinand. Ronaldo. Almost a little too cute for John O'Shea there. Those 2 former Manchester United players in the heart of the Newcastle midfield. Nicky Butt here.
But you can see what Nicky Butt's been dispatched to do. Open up Manchester's defence. Use Milner, use Duff, create space. Owen's up there on his own. When they get wide, it's not always the best target because he's not a big man and he's there on his own. So defenders, midfield players rather, have got to sink into him and attack Manchester United's back line. But it's a tough call right now because United are so strong through all departments.
There's a Butts header. This is Rooney via Rob Styles. Nice little assist from the referee there. Cassapa put under pressure by Rooney.
And the thing is, no one helps Cassapa. They all stand and watch, and that's a real problem for the guys in black and white. Unless they offer up options for the man in possession, they are going to get the ball stolen from because you know Tevez and Rooney are so active.
Couple of touches from Cristiano. Ronaldo have gone astray early on here. Something of a rarity. And here's Owen linking with Stephen Carr. Good dynamic run from the former Tottenham fullback, but he was trapped by Tevez and held up momentarily. Now it's Milner of Vidic.
You notice how Evra's caught in advance of the ball. Tevez sinks right back in and makes sure there's no weakness and exposure on United's left side.
Stephen Carr, by the way, another who's just come back through the reserves, played. He didn't look very comfortable in that position at Stoke last weekend. Here's Giggs. Just trying to play it between the defence and goalkeeper to tease Shea Given out. By Vidic. Anderson. Pressurised here by Nzobia, but Anderson's got the strength.
That man's grown in stature since his arrival at Old Trafford. He's playing as if he's had hundreds and hundreds of games in the Premier League. I'm so impressed with him.
United have just announced a record turnover for a UK football club this week, £245 million. So their pre-tax profits are up over 90% to around about 59 million. But to put that in context, the club's still very heavily in debt. Here's Duff, too high for Owen. It's James Milner. It's away by Ferdinand.
Not cleared their lines properly yet. Now they'll have the opportunity to do so. Even when it does fall to Milner, there are so many red shirts between him and his intended target, but it shows you there's a little bit of drop in concentration in Manchester's back line, and that concerns me because they've only really got Owen to deal with, and I think that's caused a little bit of a concern.
Well, so Enrique trying to seek out Damien Duff on the far side. James Milner regarded as one of Newcastle's most exciting and creative
so when it comes across, there's only the one target. It goes over Owen's head, which is going to do. When O'Shea misses it, there's a problem, but there's three shirts between him and Van der Sar. Can't afford those slip-ups at the back.
It's Rooney. Tevez. Little slip by Cassapa. Given saves the corner.
And you can say the surface is slightly greasy and players having a problem with the speed and the ball coming off it.
Oh, feeding it up towards Michael Owen. To Ferdinand for the second time. Sam Allardyce, I'm sure, will be following events very keenly from afar today. Casaca, one of the more recent acquisitions at the club, and of course it has to be borne in mind as well that Sam Allardyce himself was not appointed by the current owner Mike Ashley. He was a Freddie Shepherd appointment. Nigel Pearson, who knows, maybe he could be in the running if he gets a good run going from the players.
He'll feel that he should be if he can get that run in place.
Zintopia. A little bit over fanciful again by Manchester United. Ronaldo running into Milner. Now Smith. The away team can be encouraged by the early start here. But now Giggs. He's got Anderson and also Rooney out wide. Tevez in the middle. This is Wayne Rooney. And it needs a tip round by Given.
Given gets the angles right, sees it coming. Rooney just slips inside. He's got lots of space, has a look up, pulls the near post. Did have options across the face of the goal, but Given more than up to the test.
Rooney very much the catalyst for the victory in the Cup at Villa last weekend. He came on with about 20 minutes to go, and really it was the Ronaldo-Rooney combination that went about its business to devastating effect. There's apparently open contract talks with David Gill, the chief executive of the club here. Anderson to Carrick. Ronaldo on the burst just ahead of him. Great acceleration. It's in for Rooney, and that's another terrific stop from Given.
Wasn't sure if Rooney's in an offside position, but Carrick drifts this ball in beautifully. Great movement from Ronaldo. Carrick looks up. Oh, just about off. But anyway, irrelevant. Given again, the frustrator of Wayne Rooney.
Played onside possibly by Claudio Casaca there. Manchester United pressure. Ronaldo beaten to it by Casaca. Giggs against Milner.
And this is how United grind you down. They build up the pressure, they keep building until eventually you crack.
Played by Carr. Certainly Wayne Rooney is getting a bit of shooting practice in.
You can see here when it comes in, he's opened his body up, it's on target, but it goes again near post where Given's got his angles right.
There's Rooney. Almost broke off Alan Smith into the path of Carlos Tevez there. Forward by Butt. There's not be a willing runner.
And that's what's going to happen for Newcastle. They've got to push players like Nzogbia, Smith, Milner, Duff in to link up with Owen when that play develops.
Several. Tevez. Giggs. Ronaldo. It's a hard job for defenders to know where the runs from Manchester United are going to come from. They know the individuals, but they pull into so many great positions.
They also interchange. They rotate left and right. They come deep. They move forward. And if there's not enough pressure on the man on the ball, there's so many passes with which you have to deal with potentially, and that's a problem for Nicky Butt, especially in centre midfield.
If anybody knows how to achieve success here, certainly Nicky Butt.
And you can see Nigel Pearson there, look, addressing it, because I think from looking at this, Nzokbe is almost playing in behind Michael Owen rather than deep lying. So you've got like a 4-4-1-1 situation. Close up of the boots, the sponsors will be happy.
Personal initials and number for Cristiano Ronaldo. One of the consequences of those very large-scale financial results this week is David Gill saying that there's no way that they're going to be selling Cristiano Ronaldo, and I don't suppose that comes as any surprise.
I would imagine they'd like to ring-fence Ronaldo for quite a considerable amount of time. That means quite a considerable contract in that respect.
No surprise when football's equivalent of the Oscars were given out last month that he was nominated as one of the best in a leading role.
Was he second to Kaká, World Player of the Year?
Yeah, and Messi.
He's up there with the best.
Anderson. Good pressure on the ball there from Newcastle, but Ronaldo can try and flick it on. Rio Ferdinand who puts it out against Michael Owen, but certainly there was a degree of composure from Jose Enrique at the other end just moments before. Ronaldo. There's an acceleration in the tempo when Ronaldo gets anywhere near an attack, and Anderson has just guided that a little too strongly.
But you can see with the pass from Ronaldo, you think it's not going to get there. Invariably, just got perfect weight, and it's... So when you see United, when they're under pressure, you think that's not going to happen. They find the pass, they find the accuracy, and the movement just develops at a pace that you really find difficult to control.
More instructions from Nigel Pearson to Damien Duff. 20 minutes gone, 0-0. Maybe more boots for Manchester United's number 7.
Yeah, I can imagine he's not overly happy. Something's a little bit off, whatever it is. And it's surprising, can be a small thing, but you'll find that it becomes such an irritant in a player's game. Just get those boots off, put something more comfortable on.
Given in a bit of a hurry there with Rooney looming.
Well, you just saw an example of defending from the front. Perfect.
Ronaldo. O'Shea. Towards Tevez.
You've got a problem when Tevez starts to beat you in the air as a defender. That really shouldn't happen. Lovely delivery, got options in the box, hangs it up far post. That would have been the beauty for a big striker to come on the end.
Well, inevitably, Stephen Carr will be put under even more pressure than most today, having just come back from those 6 weeks out with a hamstring injury.
Yeah, thanks, boss, for picking me on this one.
Only just drifting in behind. It's one of those where Cassapa and Taylor, the centre-backs for Newcastle, cannot afford to let the ball pass them.
I was pleased to see that they were able to withhold that because that is such a simple but effective ball from Ferdinand to play.
Here's Duff. And Zogbia. Bowen to the left. Blocked by Carrick.
I think Newcastle are going to look to Nzogbia. He'll drift off of Owen, rotate left and right, but when he's in possession, he's got the ability to go past the player and pick out a strike, and I think that could be a way forward for Newcastle.
Ronaldo bruised off it by Jose Enrique.
Yeah, those boots of Ronaldo's don't seem to be working for him. Got to have the boots with the tricks in them.
Blue's more of a winter colour as well, has to be said, when it's a fashion item.
Okay, we're going to work with the seasons, fair enough.
Oh, Clark got caught there. Evra's in behind. It's a little awkward for Giggs, and it's well defended by Alan Smith.
But then again, it has to be. He makes a miss there, Smith, and United are through. Manchester, that is.
Not a ball that Taylor or Casappa will be too thankful for. Just the likes of Owen and Duff have been out for some considerable time. Mark Viduka's kept in reserve today.
And they might want to look to introduce him later on. He's got the element of the unpredictable about him for certain.
Here's Milner. He's had Newcastle's best opportunity so far. This is Evra for Manchester United. To Giggs.
And if anyone knows how to deal with Ryan Giggs, it'll be Nicky Butt. Straight across the run, stop the man getting wide and doing the damage. But to defend a free kick like this might prove even more devastating.
Giggs in a hurry, finding Ronaldo. O'Shea. Tevez. Great run by Tevez, just trying to float it far post. Aware of the presence of Ronaldo over there.
What you see with Tevez is he gets under the ball to elevate it, to get it up and over. I just wondered whether or not we were going to see a little bit of individual brilliance from the Argentine. He'll be happy. First 25 minutes, good couple of saves, not really being terrorised. So far at the moment, Shay Given will be reasonably satisfied.
Well, but feeling that Manchester United are slowly but surely turning the screw. Here's Tevez. That's another very good block, this time by Casappa.
And he's going to have to do that all game against Tevez and Rooney.
Casappa in his 30s, he's not necessarily the quickest, but he's always been a very good reader of the game, particularly when he was at Lyon. Evra. Then comes Ronaldo. Given gets a hand. O'Shea. And it's away by Casappa off the line.
Yeah, I think he'd already read that page, hadn't he? Seen it coming. Ronaldo realised he's not going to win against Given. Good header from O'Shea. Two men lining up to stop it. I think it's Taylor and Casappa. Not this time, my friend.
A Giggs in swinger this time. Pushing. Free kick against O'Shea.
And O'Shea saying he's made a back for me, but didn't look very much as if the defender in the red shirt was more... As a referee, it's a tough one to call.
10 wins in a row in the Barclays Premier League here for Manchester United this season. Reading the only team to take a point Indeed, only Middlesbrough, Derby and Everton have even scored. But it's broken up by Owen, and a chance here for Newcastle. Once again, Damien Duff, not ideal for him on his right foot perhaps.
Good work here from Newcastle. They hijack Carrick, Duff powers through. He's trying to wrap his boot around it, but he's getting closed down and he's under pressure from Carrick. Doesn't get his right boot around it enough, hence the fact it goes over Van der Sar's bar.
Ronaldo switching to the left, Butt's tackle. Ronaldo in a rush. It's a wonderful run by Ronaldo, who thinks he should get a penalty. The referee, Rob Stiles, says no.
Well, you've got to look at the referee's reaction. Instant, doesn't delay his thinking, doesn't consult his assistants. I would like a replay of that. He would like a different decision.
Manchester United have had more penalties than any other club in the top flight this season, but they didn't get one there. Giggs. Oh, now what about that one? Rob Stiles again, very well placed.
There's contact in the box. I think it's Smith on Giggs. We both know other referees this season have given penalties for less.
You can hear what the home fans think. Jose Enrique. Calmness personified by Vidic. And now Giggs. Smith typically tenacious at his heels, and there's Cars headed back to give him.
Here's the Ronaldo incident, cuts inside. I think Taylor does just put an arm out there and try and drag it away. It's beautiful running. He stands his ground, so really I think the referee can choose to call it one way or the other. This one, yeah, that's the more clear-cut and more definite of the two for certain.
We'll see those replays. I have to agree with you there, Gary. I think
so. 1 out of 2, not
one
bad.
out of 2.
But as far as Manchester United are concerned, this one's definitely in the box and for sure a foul, and therefore a penalty.
When Ronaldo went down, I think Taylor was trying to tuck his arm in, and Ronaldo was already expecting.
Well, you can't ask the defender to move out of the way, so in that case, the referee, for me, who has a good view of it, is correct. But with the Giggs Smith, no, gets it wrong.
Zogby. This is James Milner. A decent effort as well from Milner.
And look at Van der Sar's reaction. He's up. He is haranguing his defenders. Newcastle's chances have been a little more at distance. Milner having the better of the strike force for Newcastle, but they are beginning to eke their way into it, and Manchester will realise.
Well, here's Tevez. Well stretched by Stephen Tong.
What I was saying is Manchester will realise if they do not take their opportunities at the other end, there is a chance that Newcastle will pop up with a surprise goal at the other. Just because they've had a poor record in the past doesn't mean it's going to stay like that.
I should mention the 36-year wait for a win here. February 1972 to be exact, and the goal scorers for Newcastle that day, for those older viewers out there, John Tudor, Stuart Barraclough. Remember them?
I do.
24 times.
The bedrock of Newcastle's history, yeah.
Yeah, but no success in 24 visits here since.
At the moment, they've not played outstanding football, Newcastle. They've defended particularly well in the form of Cassapa. They've had 1 or 2 bright little moments, but they've been sent out by Pearson as a coach to be frustrating, particularly for this man. Stop the service, just try and keep possession for themselves as long as possible, with the elements of flair in Zogby and Owen, Duff and Milner. And so far it has lived a dangerous life, but been reasonably successful.
The worst possible thing that could have happened to Newcastle today was to concede an early goal and let Manchester United romp away with it. They kept themselves in the game.
Yep. Newcastle could not allow Manchester the chance to build up ahead of steam and get the goals early, you're right.
Rooney, tackle from Jose Enrique. Well, he's manoeuvred out of a bit of a cul-de-sac there.
It's been difficult for Enrique coming into the club with the situation as it was, coming from Spanish football into the English Premier League, in a back four that's been changeable, to say the least. But I think the way Pearson set them out tactically today, Newcastle can be reasonably proud of their first half hour or so's work.
Ronaldo, terrific run, but Taylor was there.
And that's it. Once that telling pass does come in, Newcastle's back line have got to be able to read it in advance. Cassapa and Taylor have done that for most part already.
It's not just the fact that Ronaldo has this quality of movement, it's the fact that the players around him have the vision to find him.
And the ability to pick the pass out. You've got Carrick, who's got a pass in him. You've got Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez, they've all got it. Anderson as well, Ferdinand, as we know, Giggs, everybody is comfortable on the ball. I think I only left out O'Shea and Vidic. No insult to them either.
Certainly the signs are from Manchester United. There won't be much, if any, transfer activity during the transfer window this month. Of course, now the transfer window has opened. The world's richest clubs, their vaults have opened for business once more.
And they've created the world's richest player, or the player who's moved for more money than anyone else, Nicolas Anelka.
£15 million to Chelsea yesterday. He was on the bench today.
Sir Alex Ferguson, are you unhappy? Yes, you should have had a penalty. That aside, have your team dominated? Yes. Have you got the goals? Not yet.
Here's Tevez. And again, he cleverly tried to pick his spot high and wide of Shea Given.
Look at the space created by Tevez. Little drop of the shoulder, opens his body up, Tevez. Not enough. Given reads the game probably as good, if not better, than any other goalkeeper around in the Premier League right now. So, Mr. Tevez, if you want to beat him, bring a little bit more to the game. You've got it for sure.
Talking of the home run here for United, West Ham, of course, with Tevez, the last team to win here in the Barclays Premier League at the end of last season.
And West Ham, the last team to beat Manchester United in the Premier League. Be glad to see the back of them, I'm sure, Sir Alex.
Once again, though, Arsenal have had a couple of draws that have been costly to them of late. Everest found Tevez, and now it's Rooney against Cassapa. Wayne Rooney going for the little dink, almost a la Cantona.
And why not? Imitation, the sincerest form of flattery. I think there's an element of a foul on Rooney. What a beautiful pass, and this for skill. One side, round the other. Cassapa just tries to drag him. Just wraps his boot around too far. You see here, look. There's definitely a foul to be had there. Rooney, look at the determination. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's seen his picture. Just cannot quite get the finishing touch.
Just a little pitching wedge, but Sir Alex Ferguson, he's not a happy man right now.
I think he wanted him to pass the ball in that case.
Tevez. A flood of red shirts coming forward. Rooney! It almost drifted in.
That was neither man nor beast, was it? Doesn't quite achieve what he's looking for. Look at the movement. Look at the options for Tevez. Outstanding. They're lining up for this. Nice to know that Rooney is human after all, and he can err.
Duff.
And if you look at that build-up, Steve, in relation to the one we've just seen at the other end, it's almost pedestrian. Yeah. The movement isn't in advance, the numeric movement's not there, and therefore the pace at which the ball moves does not unhinge Manchester's defence. And that's something not just Newcastle, but a lot of teams who play against Manchester United are going to have to think about.
You think about the potential for Newcastle, though, with Owen, Duff, Milner. If they can get them fully fit, I think near their best of a few years ago. Ronaldo trying the little decoy, Carr with the clearance.
Can't get out of their own half, and that's an issue. They don't retain possession and they can't get out of their own half. This means Manchester start to build up that pressure again.
Pitch again cutting up. It isn't the best playing surface, is it?
No, did say beforehand, looks like it's taken a lot of rain.
Anderson. John O'Shea forward.
And see Enrique there. He's looking for options. There's nothing short. He's got to bypass midfield. That means
what a ball that is from Anderson to Ronaldo. No free kick.
And the more Ronaldo sulks and pouts at the referee, the less likely the referee is to show him any favours.
Well, Owen puts the ball in, but the flag is already up.
I know, but as a striker coming back to fitness, it's always good to put the ball past Manchester United, just for the practice.
Well, Ryan Giggs as captain, quite entitled to make the case.
This the offside.
Well, that's not offside.
Well, there you go. The linesman doesn't flag until Ferdinand puts his hand up.
Ronaldo.
And again, given. He's a page ahead, isn't he? He's already read that page.
Ronaldo looks wounded, personally offended, but sometimes that's when he's at his most dangerous. What a big call that was from the assistant. Michael Owen, it seemed, was onside, played on by Nemanja Vidic.
Well, at the moment, the most important people in this game have been one linesman and a referee for decisions that they've got wrong.
Right, that's on balance, say, one apiece here. Should have been a penalty for Manchester United, shouldn't have been offside for Newcastle United.
Well, the thing there is Owen, and as Van der Sar will tell you, the whistle had gone, he didn't try. But I see your point and I agree.
Great ball, Rooney, if he could just have had that to drag back work.
He'll feel hard done by. Chance to score against Manchester United at Old Trafford, he would relish.
So anybody connected with Liverpool has a little bit of rivalry.
Yeah, the merest hint.
Everybody demanding of the ball. Ronaldo clipped by Carr. Sarcastic applause.
And look, he won't get up and he won't look at the referee.
An invention here from Rooney to O'Shea.
Misdirected. I just think Manchester United just losing their way, just slightly. The offside incident, one or two things. It's got to regain their focus.
Tevez, Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo, and given once again, Giggs with a follow-up corner.
Yeah, looks like they got their focus back. Enrique caught marking wrong side. Smith does brilliantly because he does enough to put it off. Given's save is outstanding because it's away from the oncoming strikers.
Credit to Carr for the block on Giggs' effort. And they come again. Here's Rooney. So in tackling back, Rooney's foul, surely advantage. Well played, referee. And Zogbia.
But look how quickly Manchester regained possession.
Yes, it was Vidic with the telling tackle. Giggs. Once again, all hands to the pump when Manchester United are on the ball. Newcastle United back in numbers.
I I'd be surprised if the referee doesn't book Alan Smith for a tackle there on Rio Ferdinand. He's been very lenient.
I think many observers of this match today might well have expected Alan Smith to get a card of some description today.
I'm saying his reputation precedes him.
Wow. Ronaldo diving in.
You can see the wave of red shirts coming through. Definitely attacking what is a preset near post corner.
Newcastle with Karen and Zogbia stationed on the posts. There's Johnson, Zogbia.
That's good from Newcastle.
And Zogbia.
Milner's got to do better there. Got to know just retain possession.
Diggs looking up, didn't see but. Certainly used to him. And then the compliment is returned.
And again, it's Newcastle failing to keep possession from any length of time, and now Manchester have got the same mission.
Rooney. And trying to move the ball from back to front as quickly as possible, as effectively as possible. 2 minutes plus stoppage time. The end of the first half. Chase on here for Owen. And you wonder whether he will get a better chance than the one that was given offside.
Well, you do wonder. He's got to hope that he will. But with the referee deciding there, do you need me to say any more? And don't forget, Nigel Pearson, a goal like that could mean the difference between him getting the job permanently and being unemployed in a couple of weeks' time. Should be a linesman, eh?
Absolutely, but 2 added minutes signalled here. Certainly any new manager coming in these days tends to bring their own backroom staff. It's quite rare for someone to come in and not make backroom changes.
Well, I think if you're sensible, you assess the quality of personnel in place. And but I agree with you, invariably there is a wholesale change.
Just look at Fabio Capello. To Tevez here to Ronaldo. Just trying to find that little pocket of space. It's come back here for O'Shea. Giggs on the right now. Pulling Jose Enrique one way then the other. And winning the corner.
I think Enrique's just drilled a hole there, hasn't he? I think there was a case for a foul on Ronaldo prior to that.
7 corners to 0. Little touch from Duff first time was helpful. The second could be very influential. Well, the foul there, right in front of Rob Styles, results in the first yellow card for Wayne Rooney.
And you can see what Rio Ferdinand said. That tackle by Smith on me wasn't a booking. This one by Rooney is. Where's the consistency? But that's Rooney's frustration, having given possession away. He's the first one back in there. Look. This will show you if it's a tackle from behind. I don't believe it. Yeah, maybe it is. Is it a booking? Only if the referee says so. He'll feel a little bit aggrieved, and Alan Smith will feel reasonably happy. The man himself.
Yes, Wayne Rooney, I'm sure, will be top of Fabio Capello's list of priorities, but he's trying to keep any words of wisdom quiet.
Yes.
Away from any lip readers.
Is that a gentleman from the FA next to him?
Half-time. Newcastle United will feel aggrieved that Michael Owen was deemed offside. Manchester United will feel they should have had a penalty. First Ronaldo, then Giggs going down in the Newcastle penalty area, but Rob Styles here, well, he's been right at the centre of controversy on several occasions this season. He has made 2 very telling calls with the help of his assistants Rob Martin and Jim Devine. But at the break at Old Trafford, it's Manchester United 0, Newcastle United 0. So underway in the second half. And if Newcastle United can continue to withstand Manchester United, well, who knows, maybe Nigel Pearson could yet be a contender. Here's Wayne Rooney, Carlos Tevez! Oh, what a rescue that was! Stephen Taylor back on the goal line twice!
Well, nice to know a defender was concentrating through the break. Called into action immediately. It's great work from Taylor, great defensive instinct. It's got to be natural to you.
Giggs with the corner. Hooked away by Duff, not terribly convincingly. He has a second bite of it. Looking to use some width here with Zogbia. Milner pulling wide.
Look at the space there is in midfield for both sides.
Milner. Clear statement of Manchester United's intent in the opening 30 seconds of this second half. Now Patrice Evra. He's got so much space to work with. Nicky Butt it is who has to come across. Now Anderson. To Ronaldo. Still got those orange boots on despite the apparent problems in the first half. Sufficient to win a corner.
Now Manchester United have to turn the screw.
Rooney lurking edge of the box. Here's Ronaldo. And just a little nick off Stephen Taylor there, who gets a pat on the back from Shea Given. It's not just for that.
No, it's good work from Taylor because Tevez has pulled off beyond the far post. His movement in the box is exceptional.
Tevez this time. Momentum mounting. John O'Shea denied by Nicky Butt.
What shirt would you rather wear in that 18-yard box right now? Black and white or red?
Newcastle being blitzed at the start of the second half here.
Interesting, when that ball comes to the arc of the 18-yard area, there's not a red shirt there. They've sunk off of it. They've got to do better and read the second ball.
I just noticed from corners how Wayne Rooney lurks on the edge of the area. Giggs playing it back in. It's dropped here for Ronaldo. To hit Jose Enrique. But Ronaldo this time has been given a free kick. And what a position this could be.
I wondered whether or not the referee would give that. Took his time, thought about it. Now, I think the Newcastle players will feel aggrieved, but yeah, just a little nick from Smith there.
I just wonder whether Rob Stiles during half-time was either advised or had the chance to see.
I'm sure he did.
Those key calls from the first half.
Right, we've got a right footer and a left footer over the ball. Let's see how this pans out.
Ronaldo and Giggs.
The body language from Ronaldo says it could well be him. But then again, Giggs, he's the king of understatement, isn't he?
There's the indicator of where they should be. Will the Wall be able to deny Manchester United here? It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And that is 20 goals for the season.
You didn't need a crystal ball to see that one coming, did you? The build-up from almost the kick-off of the second half was all Manchester United. Given to be disappointed, goes through the wall. And it goes into a corner where he's really left that side to look for the wall to protect. The wall jumps, ball goes underneath it. Look at this. Gets a little nick off an ankle. Gibbons across the far side. So what do you do now as a defensive wall? Jump to make yourself taller and stop that curler over the top, or stay grounded to stop that one?
Newcastle's defence is finally breached on the attack here with Nzobia. I think Cristiano Ronaldo's shot, as it went through and under the wall, I think it certainly caught one Newcastle boot on the way through, as well as Gibbons' right hand. But Ronaldo, who's been frustrated, finally getting that free kick from Alan Smith, a former Manchester United player. And Manchester United in the second half coming out all guns blazing. I find it quite incredible that at this stage of the season Ronaldo's registered 20 goals already.
Not given his talent and ability and the way that Manchester United play. Just a little bit looking at those graphs during the interval and how little Manchester United have employed their wide men in the first 45 minutes. Hence his frustration, I'm sure. What's important is the next 5 minutes. You would expect the home side to really drill home and drill down for the next and second goal. It's how Newcastle can react, how they can come back into this game.
But on by Anderson. Tevez lifting it towards Cristiano Ronaldo. 3 in the middle here for Manchester United. And Stephen Taylor stooping to head away. It's just gone for a corner. A degree of sympathy for Stephen Taylor after those heroic early clearances at the start of the second half.
Yeah, all seem to have been wasted now, don't they? If they don't get the first ball now, Manchester, they've got to contain the second ball within that 18-yard area, keep the pressure on Newcastle's defence.
Well, the defensive dam has been breached. Are they in for a flood?
That will be down to the mental aspect of Newcastle as a team, whether or not now they implode.
This was the free kick that led to...
It's the merest of touches, but this is cute, underneath the wall.
I think it takes a nick on the way through there.
Yeah, not enough. It was always on target. I think it would have eluded Shea Given anyway. Pace is on there. Remember Ronaldo doing the same sort of trick in a Champions League game. Hey, if it works for him and you can do it, why not?
I wonder as well whether they've seen Newcastle do that in similar defensive situations.
Oh yeah, things like that will be analysed. Minute details that, as you can see, have the ability to change a game. You explore and exploit.
If so, it adds to the brilliance.
And the other part is having identified those, you have to have the ability to utilise it. And in Ronaldo, you just certainly have that skill, talent.
Manchester United in front. Is Rooney drifting it on to Ferdinand, flag up, offside.
There's an argument about Ferdinand being offside from one of his teammates, but it seemed to be at this angle that we have, definitely.
Absolutely no problem with the atmosphere today, Sir Alex.
Well, they're happier now. No, some of them.
Lovely touch from Ronaldo. Crisply out from Carrick to Giggs to Tevez.
And that's the position that Nigel Pearson has got.
Oh, mistake here. It came back off Cassapa. It's Tevez. It's 2. Newcastle's defensive unit is crumbling.
Oh, here we go. The drip became a stream, and you're now wondering if it will become a flood in the space of 9 minutes of the second half. Look at the indecision and problem with the defending all over the show. Giggs just cuts it back. Tevez as cool as you like. Job done.
It's Jose Enrique's back pass to Given. The rebound off Cassapa.
That's a horror show. Shea Given must be furious. He plays his part in it. You don't clear your lines. That's the penalty. Yeah, I'm not sure about the dummy either, but there you go, we're going to roll with it.
Taking candy from a baby? Maybe.
Well, we could go down the road of schoolboy errors if you wish.
Either way, Manchester United, within 10 minutes of the restart, have established a 2-goal cushion. I don't think Claudio Casapo could do too much about it. It was hit straight at him.
But that's indicative of Newcastle's season so far. Defensively in the first 45 minutes, as good as you've seen most teams at Old Trafford. And then a catalogue of errors inside the first 10 minutes of the second half, and they're 2 down.
Rooney, Tevez. They're buoyant. They're bubbling. Rooney, very nearly brilliant.
Just wasn't quite as fluid as we've come to expect. But nonetheless, I think it all goes wrong for Newcastle when Casapo allows Tevez to turn and run at him.
It's been a crowd-pleasing 10-11 minutes for Manchester United at least. But for Newcastle United, the chances of a way back are diminishing rapidly. And the Arsenal and West Ham have scored 2 goals against Manchester United in the Barclays Premier League this year.
They haven't scored anything like 1 goal in the last 4 games, have they, Newcastle? You can't really see them as a potent striking force. This May now, with the hour mark coming up, see the introduction of Mark Viduka.
Duff. Zopia. With determined running. But now Owen. Carr just available here in support. Ferdinand almost made a mess of it. Carr. Smith. Milner. That's a great teasing ball. And Zogbia might still make something of it here. That's a great effort. And Zogbia, Owen. Symptomatic of the season so far.
But it just shows you.
Here comes Ronaldo. Tevez through the middle. Rooney just behind. Taylor clears.
Another response like that from Newcastle, and Manchester United could find themselves pegged back. It's a wonderful save. It's a wonderful strike from Zogbia though.
Milner. Was in danger of running into Carrick.
He really ran out of ideas, had nothing but the strike in his head, didn't get his head up.
Certainly in Zogbia last week was one of the players that Newcastle felt was capable of getting them a goal against Stoke. Here he's come mightily close at Old Trafford.
Oh, he's got it in him. That's no doubt about that.
Certainly the arc was right into the top corner. Van der Sar had to be at his best.
It was curling really late as well.
Ronaldo coming at pace once again. Rooney, the strength to withstand Jose Enrique. And Jose Enrique.
That's a little bit of petulance from Rooney. Look, more interested in arguing with the official than getting on with the game. You don't get the decision, carry on playing. I think the one thing we haven't touched on was Michael Owen's predatory instincts to prowl on the spill from Van der Sar. Just, I think, a lack of match fitness, denying him the chance to accurately stab it home.
Ronaldo. Certainly Ronaldo has this wonderful ability, so too Rooney and Tevez and Giggs are just ghosting into these areas of space.
Oh, it's not random. They know exactly exactly where they want to be. They know exactly how they go about creating that space. They tear defences open.
Zogby. Just behind Michael Owen. Manchester United very much in the mood for more.
And this, you see it, it's going to curl really, really late. It looks well and truly outside of the far post. Then Van der Sar does well. Owen's got a lot to do, and the angle, you know, to be fair to him, was very tight on a bouncing ball.
So Anderson. Viduka seems to be being prepared by Nigel Pearson. Sign of a good goalkeeper. One moment that really examines your abilities and you rise to that challenge.
Well, no, if you're going to be at Manchester United, you're going to have something about you, and Van der Sar definitely ticks a lot of boxes.
Smith and Zogby.
But look how slow this build-up is. That's great if you know what you're doing and how you want to go about. But you think with Newcastle, there's just not quite that vision, that picture in their mind initially.
Nice turn by Milner. It's one of the things we've seen with Manchester United and indeed Arsenal this year, the speed with which they get it from back to front. Is Duff. Newcastle less direct. That doesn't mean the long ball game, I mean.
No. There's a couple of real key components to playing that style of football. The ball itself has to move very rapidly. The passing has to be accurate, and the players have to be aware of their responsibilities to move in certain areas to facilitate that game.
Look at the job Michael Carrick's done there, exactly a case in point.
Yeah.
He provides with Anderson the protection that allows Ronaldo, Rooney and co to have that licence to thrill.
Be interesting to see with Viduka coming on, looks like he is, who Nigel Pearson feels he wants to sacrifice, whether it be Damien Duff, who's been reasonably underemployed in this game.
Zogby wriggling away from O'Shea. Switched out here to Milner.
That's good competitive work from Evra.
Having come from the south of France, I think there's a steeliness to his game now that's been instilled at Old Trafford. United on the prowl, and it's Rooney. Is he ever going to get a goal today?
Well, he's going to get the opportunity, that's for certain. And I think it's Ferdinand who's decided he's had enough at the back. He's bored, wants to play right wing for a couple of minutes. What a cross this is. Rooney more ear and shoulder than forehead. You won't get a better delivery to connect with.
So the Newcastle change to be made and Mark Viduka to be introduced here. James Milner sacrificed.
I've got a feeling he might sacrifice a wide man. It was, whether it be Duff or Milner.
That's the reason he's on. Immediately linking with Michael Owen.
And that now changes the way United will defend. They've got a mobility to deal with Owen's movement that they didn't have previously.
Ronaldo, full of the tricks. Giggs. Ronaldo. It's almost effortless as you see him coast and ease into those areas. And for Newcastle, Duff to the right and Zogby to the left in a flat midfield four.
Trust me, that's hard work, and it takes a lot of fitness and understanding. But only the very best will make it look easy.
Well, Duff waiting for the whistle. One or two have been culpable of that today. Rooney getting on with it. It's Tevez. Lovely disguise against Nzobia. Tevez with a pullback. Taylor's header clear. This young man, Charles Nzobia, is certainly impressing, only 21 years of age. Certainly whoever comes in at St James's Park has something to build on.
That's for certain. I mean, there's this doom and gloom about them, but it's not a hopeless cause, let's be honest about this.
The other thing as well, if they get an appointment made quickly, whoever comes in will at least have some transfer window to play with. Smith here. Not ideal, I know, but...
No, I think anyone that's been around football long enough, and all the spectators will tell you, purchases made in January are generally based in haste, and invariably very few that come off successfully.
Manchester United making their first change in a moment or two. Indeed, this is the moment. Danny Simpson, typically a right back. It's Evra coming off. So possibly John O'Shea might switch here.
Might do. See if they want to put him in an unusual, less familiar position at left full-back, or whether they will make the switch. The switch has been made.
Almost the midpoint of the second half, which has seen Manchester United really apply significant pressure.
I'm just wondering now whether Manchester United will just sit back slightly or go for the third and fourth and add the numeric value to what has been almost a terrorism of Newcastle's defence in the second half.
Tevez. Oh, look at the space over there. Sometimes you look at Newcastle's defence and you see the way that the defenders, the space between the defenders. As a defender yourself, how do they put that right?
A lot of it's down to hope and desperation. You are facing probably the best players in the Premier League in terms of a threesome in Rooney, Ronaldo and Tevez for their movement. And you know whoever's in possession of the ball in midfield, they've got the pass in them to pick out that movement. And it is hard work. You just really have to be the most organised and tightest of back lines. And as we know, that hasn't been the case for Newcastle this season. Cameo for Newcastle's season. A simple throw-in like that goes back into the hands of the opposition. If you can tighten those aspects of your game up, you've got a chance for Newcastle.
So Bobby Charlton. It's just in front there as well. Ryan Giggs has a record of his own to try and claim during the course of this year. So Bobby Charlton had 759 appearances for this club. And Giggs only around 20-30 away from that figure now. Here's Owen. Nzobia. A little bit loose from Nzobia, sold Smith short. Here's Carrick, Rooney, Tevez, Ronaldo, wonderful football, capped by an exquisite finish. That was pure class.
it's a masterclass. Nzombia gives the ball away. Cardinal sin in your own half. Now the work starts. You can see the movement in advance of Carrick. The first pass is there. A little setup. Third man is Ronaldo. Beautiful touch. What a finish. What a goal.
Sit back, watch, admire. This is football of the highest calibre.
And I tell you now, Steve, that's not an easy pass to bring down in the stride, because Tevez does overhit it. It's airborne. That's the quality.
And he's not even the best player in the world. Wow.
You can play like that. Do you need to be?
Who needs an award, eh?
He did have a hair out of place when he finished it, which has got to be a mark against him.
In Manchester and beyond.
I think as a neutral, you just look at quality, you look at skill, and then you look at how someone as an individual goes about bringing that into a game, and you see it displayed here at Old Trafford. And now you can. Sorry, Steve.
I was just going to say, people often use the phrase a top draw about the quality of football you see in the Barclays Premier League, and we have been blessed, except Newcastle fans that is, but any neutrals watching have been blessed with some terrific goals again.
Yeah, I think what you're looking at is a team in Manchester United who have posted their intent in the new year to retain their title.
Double change for Manchester United. Nani and Darren Fletcher coming on. They are in the comfort zone, they are cruising, and they can afford to give a couple of players a well-earned break. Nani for Giggs. And Fletcher for Anderson.
Their work's done. An opportunity to give your squad a bit of a run out. Make sure that Nani gets a chance to bed himself down. Fletcher again, as it were, a safe pair of hands in centre of midfield.
Bad news for Newcastle is that Ronaldo isn't going to be rested for the last 20 minutes, and neither is Rooney, neither is Tevez.
Yep. It's no easy days at Old Trafford, Steve, I can tell you that.
Kick here. Ronaldo. Great vision to see Tevez. Taylor snapping in very quickly there, and Fletcher.
Simpson does well, comes in off the flank, reads the danger.
O'Shea. Fletcher. That's a clever intention. And goodness me, Jose Enrique. Not given as a back pass. I don't suppose he was intending that. If so, that was...
Well, that's the world's best back pass, by the way, if that was intended. Give the guy a break. What you saw there was the problem when O'Shea gets forward. No natural left foot move, really stalls. You don't see that fluidity in the United's build-up then.
Tevez. Rooney. Rooney's had so many efforts on goal, but still nothing to show for it just yet. Nani just played in front of Fletcher.
The two substitutes nearly combining for the fourth. Look at the time he's got. There's fear. They sit off. They allow Nani to get into the box. The runs there just cannot. And you saw just before in that move, the defence sinks back in fear when Tevez gets the ball. Newcastle cannot afford to do that unless they want to see a fourth and a fifth.
Here's Duff. Viduka left, Owen right. Means they've got to get past Simpson. Now Nani, eager to make an impression. Taylor very nearly did. By the way, you know that expression, top drawer. I was
yes,
curious to find out in the summer exactly where it came from. It's to do with a French piece of furniture called a semainier. And they used to put the clothes in 7 drawers, but of course the best clothes were saved for the top drawer for Sunday. That's where it comes from.
well, thank you.
Nearly 76,000 inside Old Trafford.
I was going to say 76,000 in that wardrobe, the big old wardrobe.
Another useless piece of information, but hopefully of interest. Owen. Viduka is there as a focal point should they need him. It's towards Duff. And Viduka chasing admirably. Taylor coming in.
Handball, no arguments there.
Of course, you do wonder the significance of this result for Newcastle and the decision as to who they will install as the new manager.
And if they have a run of results like this when they are officially manager-less, that will definitely impact upon the future manager or list of candidates, and look at that and say, I'm not sure I want the job now.
Yeah. It was interesting. Harry Redknapp was chosen not because of his abilities. We know he's tried and tested. But, may have surprised a few to be going for the second oldest manager at this level. Of course, Sir Alex Ferguson, the oldest, at 66. Harry Redknapp, 61 in March.
I think it's to do with experience and an ability, a proven track record to change things, to turn adversity into success, as he has done this time round at Portsmouth.
Foul on Ronaldo. Next up for Manchester United, away to Reading. Newcastle, of course, have got cup replay to come against Stoke, and then they'll be home to Bolton. Potentially, they could even be going to Arsenal twice after that if they get through that cup replay, as they've been drawn away at the Emirates should they beat Stoke. They play next Wednesday night. Is Fletcher following up? Saka fouled.
Sense a little bit of not complacency, but the tempo's gone out of Manchester's game.
Simpson increasing that tempo is Rooney, and Simpson given hangs on. What a moment that was, very nearly for Danny Simpson.
Could you imagine what's gone through that young man's mind when that pass comes in from Rooney? Credit given.
Will be pumping.
Credit given for a fantastic piece of keeping.
Nani into Rooney, well marshalled by Taylor. Duff to Carr. You do get a greater sense of energy from the home team. And despite Newcastle's heroics in trying to defend here, Rooney is denied again by Given.
He's definitely got a mission against Rooney, hasn't he, Given? Lovely little touch, cuts back again. Cuts across Given. What a superb strike from Rooney, but he's having none of it.
Given has prevented this from becoming embarrassing.
And not for the first time between the sticks for Newcastle.
13 corners to nil. And there's the last line of defence again. It really does apply in Shay Given's case. Oh, a little nudge from Carr. Nothing doing. Nani in possession. Teed up for Carrick, off the line, Jose Enrique.
I think Ferdinand does have a bit of a case, but credit Enrique here. He was dispatched, you had touched on it earlier on in commentary, they put players on post for corners and he stands his ground.
Grandstand finish from Manchester United, given to the rescue again, and Viduka heads to safety. Newcastle living on a tightrope.
That's a foul, it's a penalty. There's not even an attempt to go for the ball from Stephen Carr.
10 minutes to go. 3 innings so far. Newcastle will fear it could be more.
It could have been.
Oh, they're looking for the release here. Oh, and Van der Sar in a muddle with his defender. He came an awful long way here.
This is not good. Got to be on the same page.
It's Carrick.
It is. Someone has got to dominate that situation.
Zobbia's corner. French winger's cross. Comfortable enough for the Dutch goalkeeper. Ronaldo is just a little too cute for Duff. Could be a card. Definitely catches him.
That's frustration. I mean, Damien Duff can change a game. Just got to give him the ball. He's hardly seen it, and neither is that man.
Well, Michael Owen has had precious little to work with once again today. David Rosinel is on here, and this is surely about damage limitation now.
Has to be. Which is frustrating for Newcastle fans, I'm sure.
What a different story it would have been had the flag stayed down and Michael Owen's effort have counted. Zobbia. Oh, a sparkle on a fairly dim afternoon so far for Newcastle. It's a lovely run by Zobbia, who goes down.
Then that has to be clinically clean, that challenge, because he was on for goal of the season there.
Well, he has been a ray of light. A ray of hope. Manchester United's superiority has been very evident in this second half.
There's some basic lessons for Newcastle, lessons to learn from Manchester United. They're not doing something that's impossible to replicate. Quite often they keep the ball, and when they don't, they give themselves problems.
Flag stay down this time.
Newcastle's major issue is they've given the ball away so often in dangerous positions.
But a happy return for him and Alan Smith today.
And given the circumstances in the build-up to this game, Newcastle were always going to find it very difficult.
It'll be about to get even tougher. What a turn by Tevez. That's a great rescue. It's come off the defender last. For a moment it looked as if it might whistle in. Danny Simpson with the final strike for Manchester United.
His heart's been in the mouth, hasn't it? What a turn. Little rotate, he's away. Comes out to Simpson.
Back in play here with Rooney. 4 for Manchester United. 4 defeats in a row for Newcastle.
He's probably the biggest player on the field. Don't bother about marking him at a corner. You've got to see your duties out. You've got to make sure defensively that everything is nailed down. And look, he just comes up late. No one even senses the danger. Players have got their back to him. Nobody's even thought about it. It's a beautiful pass.
was sublime. So he famously used to clean Harry Redknapp's boots. And that was a finish worthy of an international start.
And if you backtrack on the mistakes from Newcastle, again, it's simplicity within their game that should be reasonably simple to rectify that stops those things occurring. Now, don't take away from the brilliance involved in some of Manchester's goals. Those you find difficult to stop. But there are a number of goals that you can at least have a greater effect when it comes to being scored against you.
Goal attempts, very one-sided. Shots on target, equally so. The scoreline reflecting those facts. Here's Fletcher. Rooney. Oh, it's football to make you purr.
And let's just remind ourselves of the fact it was 0-0 at the break.
It's football that, unless you support Newcastle, it's football that just is so pleasing on the eye at times. The movement, the quality, the touch, the caress of the ball. Ruud Gullit, of course, used to want to play sexy football with Newcastle. I bet Newcastle would fancy a bit of this.
Yep. I just fancy getting the ball at the moment.
You think of the men who've tried and not been able to deliver the prize Newcastle ultimately won. Dalglish, Gullit, Robson, Souness, Roda, Allardyce. Some very big names. Sir Bobby Robson lasted just short of 5 years in charge, but the average life expectancy up on Tyneside a year, just a bit longer. Rooney, is that handballed by Carr? Again, Rob Starr's had an excellent view of that. The header clear, drops for Ronaldo, lovely disguise, lovely finish, it's 5. Cristiano Ronaldo seals his hat-trick, 3 minutes to go.
Is that not his first ever hat-trick for Manchester United? This, look at it. When it comes back out, right foot shot's not there. This one is. Little deflection, but you'll take your luck. They don't clear their lines. It's tough on Enrique, diving in. And who'd deny him a hat-trick in this game?
Well, his first ever Manchester United hat-trick, as you rightly say, Gary. An element of luck, perhaps, with a deflection, but no luck at all about the quality of that man and that man's finishing today.
You make your own luck. You force the thing to happen in your favour, and that's a match ball I'm sure that he will cherish and keep for a long, long time. Some players can go their whole career without scoring for Manchester United. To get a hat-trick must be exceptional, especially in your own house.
Rooney. Still time for more.
And the great thing is, Manchester United 5, Newcastle United 0, and Rooney still hasn't got a goal. You'd think somewhere along the line he'd have been in the mix, wouldn't you?
Well, Newcastle looking for a consolation here. They have been ripped apart by a rip-roaring Manchester United. Trick for this man, Cristiano Ronaldo. Tevez and Ferdinand with the other goals here. 2 minutes to be added. Shay Given was a long way out there, having a word with Rob Styles. But
blow the whistle now, would you? I don't need to be picking it out of the net for the sixth time.
You think of the number of saves he's made today?
I agree with you.
It could have been double figures.
But he has so often been the man between Newcastle and a hammering.
Ronaldo. Tevez makes his run. Nani's gliding shot.
That was poor.
Just sliced it. O'Shea. Nani. Tevez! They've given it. Carlos Tevez. Goal number 6 for Manchester United. And never has the scale of the task on Tyneside been more apparent.
It is 6 at the best. All right, is it in? Are we legitimate? Oh, I don't know so much. But when it's at 5 and 6, it becomes really a moot point, does it not? Is it a case for offside? Is it over the line?
Well, it's not as if it's the decisive goal. That's some comment, but it looked to me as if there was a little puff of white as the ball landed there.
I don't think it counts, and Alan Smith will be making that point to the referee.
Alan Smith leaves the field. He's off. Well, while we were watching the replays, Alan Smith has vented his fury, and he is marching.
And we all know Alan Smith's character. He will not take kindly to a 6th goal. He will not take kindly to a disputable goal like that. And you won't go to bed wondering what he's thinking, will you? He'll have told you.
The 6th red card Rob Styles has shown. Look at the bottom of your picture there, straight red. And there, in fact, is the final whistle. Cristiano Ronaldo has taken a starring role today, and Manchester United are back above Arsenal at the top of the Barclays Premier League. Carlos Tevez got a couple too, but it was such a dominant display in the second half. Even Rio Ferdinand popped up with a beautiful volley. But Newcastle United and whoever takes charge up on Tyneside, they have a mammoth job to do. Rob Styles adding insult to injury perhaps with the straight red for Alan Smith. The 4th of 6 red cards he's shown this season, and again 4 of those 6 have been to Manchester United opponents. But this man, centre stage, he has been absolutely sensational. Cristiano Ronaldo, his first Manchester United hat-trick, and with 22 goals in all competitions this season, he's just one shy of his season total for the whole of last year. He is saluted, he is celebrated, he is the new pin-up boy at Old Trafford, he is Cristiano Ronaldo, and the full-time score here